if this is going live or what. We have some technical difficulties. Zoom did not connect to Facebook, and someone else is telling me that they can't get into the group, and I have no idea if Facebook is working or shut down or what, but we're trying it. I'm live here. The red button says live. We're going to see if this goes. Hello, welcome to She's Connected. This group is for the overwhelmed with my live, and it's been crazy because for the last 8 minutes, I've been trying to get it to work. This group is for the moms who need to pause and connect to God, herself, her kids. And I was talking about exercising our muscles earlier, and these boys got excited to show off their muscles. So here they are. We have a 12-year-old Miles. Show me those muscles. Yeah, we have a 9-year-old Gideon. Boom, show me those muscles. We have a 7-year-old Oliver. Show me those. Yeah, look at that definition. And we have a 5-year-old Cole. Show us those muscles. Yeah. One last flex. Guys, come over here. Show those muscles. Hit that like and love button because kid muscles are so cute. You guys, head out there and make your lunch, eat your lunch, do what I asked. All right, shut that door. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, now I have no idea if our live is working or if people can get on. She said, I have another message saying she does not see my live, but this thing says that we're going live, so I have no idea. I'm so sorry about this difficulty here. It says we're live. We've been live for a few minutes. Maybe let me message. Zoom was not connecting to Facebook. I have no idea how to get people in. There's people who want to be here. Please come to the group. Try again. Ooh, and another person. I know something's not working. I am not sure if I want to redo the live, stop the live, and try to restart. I do not know. Oh man, I don't know if I refresh or whatever, because this is an awesome message today. Years ago, God gave me pictures and ideas for the connection adventure, and slowly the developing, the designing, the working on it, and all my spare time. I just got a message that somebody else is going live, so I don't know if this is working or not. Somebody else obviously can go live. So how come my live isn't working? I think we are live now. Please say we're live. It says live on my little button. The Connection Adventure. God was giving me these visions for the Connection Adventure. And last year, I actually launched the Connection Adventure. Oh, yay! Someone did find me. Thank you, Nicole, for being here, because this was really challenging. All this tech stuff. Zoom was not working, and we went live through a different browser on my computer, so everything looks different, and we're just trying it. Yeah. You missed the best part. I had my boys on here showing me their muscles, and it was wild and crazy because for 8 minutes we couldn't get this live to work. We tried, we went live twice, thought we were streaming, we weren't, and it was crazy. So thank you so much for hopping on. And it's going to be on the replay right at the very beginning, I guess. If there is a replay, I have no idea what this live is looking like. But anyways, let me just go back up to what I was saying. After the kids, the boys, showed us all their muscles, because that's part of my message. We're working on our muscles here. Not physical muscles like them, but a couple different muscles, like, our thoughts, our mind, our heart, those kind of things. Years ago, God gave me these pictures and ideas for the Connection Adventure. And And slowly I've been developing, designing, working on it in all my spare time. The Connection Adventure launched, and that was last year. And I was actually not even complete. It wasn't even complete. I launched it, and then I went through it and designed it and built it while someone was going through it. It was really awesome. Thank you, Tanya, for that. And it was designed to be a 1-year journey for moms with 12 quests, and each quest focusing on a character trait and walking you through a treasure map adventure with simple activities to help you connect to God, yourself, and your kids. And then I realized, okay, I got another message on here. It says starting soon, and the box is gray. Uh-oh. So I don't know where. Hey, Nicole, if you could put in the comments, like, how did you find my live? She is in the group, I guess, but it says not live yet. So that's kind of weird. I don't know where to tell people to go. I want people to come on the live, so please find me. Refresh maybe? Refresh and come to group again? Yeah, I'm just going to type that in. Thank you for your patience. Oh my goodness. And today is kind of jam-packed full, and we already started late. I realized that a 1-year commitment is really long, and it's kind of hard for moms to say, yeah, I'm going to do that for 1 year. So how about 1 month? If you could build your confidence, connect to God like never before, and be a better mom, could you commit to doing that for 1 month? Put 1 in the comments if you could go on a 1-month journey that only takes an average of minutes a day to be a more confident mom. And that's what the home quest is. It's the first quest of the Connection Adventure where you learn to slow down. That's what I need right now because I'm a little stressed out over this tech stuff not working. And you get to invite God into your home. You slow down, and then you invite God into your home, and you navigate your heart to reach your kid's heart. And the home quest is coming in May. So that's why we are on a 2-month series talking about confidence. It's to celebrate the home quest. And put home in the comments if you want to know more about the home quest. And I'll let you know when it's ready to go. Together is better. I say this every week, every live. And when I talk to other people, I say it then too in other groups because I really believe that together we are better and we can be better and together is better. We were built for community, the conversations. Oh, yay! Bev just showed up in the comments and I see it. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Bev, for being here. Close the door, please. I have a kid trying to bring in a cat. The conversations we have in the comments here or behind the scenes with each other, that's community. I love seeing those hands, Bev. So get in the conversations with other moms. Get in the comments here on our lives or on the replay. Now, today we had technical difficulties. I don't know if people can get here, but the replay is always there. The replay is there, and you are not alone. And I hope that She's Connected feels like a safe space for you. And that's what I'm trying to build here. Tell me where you're watching from live in the comments, or if you're watching that replay. Speak up in the comments and answer the questions. Share your thoughts. You know, if you agree with, so a lot of times I'll say, put this word in the comments. If you agree with the thing, put the word in the comments. Then I'll know that you were here, and it's awesome. Okay, we got to get into our topic today. The topic is who, me? Bold? Now, I do not feel very bold, but we can be bold, okay? I'm Cherry, mom of 9, living in Springfield, Missouri, and I inspire families and moms like you to live a connected life, connected to God. And I also want to inspire and encourage you to be present with your kids when you're with them. The goal is to respond to our kids instead of reacting. And put love in the comments if you want to respond to your kids with love instead of explosion, exploding and shouting and frustration and anger and all those negative things. We want the positive love. So show me those love, push the love button to explode some love onto the scene instead of all those negative things. We have another resource today. That's right. It's an overview of today's live put into a pretty PDF design to give you a quick and easy boost in your confidence. Put up in the comments. UP, up. And I will send you that resource to lift you up. Well, I hope it lifts you up. Welcome to High Five Friday Live. And we started way super late because of technology, but we are here. Thank you so much, Nicole and Bev, for being here and, showing up in the comments. Hebrews 4:16 says, let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Oh man, motherhood is a time of need. You need that mercy and grace so you can give that mercy and grace to your kids. Motherhood is beautiful, but so challenging. And it's an experience that requires courage. And that's why I call us here brave moms. You are a brave mom. Nicole's a brave mom. Bev is a brave mom. Cherry's a brave mom. And I know Vanessa's a brave mom and Jessica's a brave mom. You are here and you are a brave mom. Motherhood is hard. Put brave in the comments if you're here with me live, or put brave in the comments if you're watching that replay, because brave moms need each other. Together is better. And the same way we can choose to walk boldly through life, we can also choose to embrace motherhood boldly, women. Yes, ladies, we can be bold. Thank you for those comments. I got an up, I got some braves, I got some hearts. I love it. Okay. So many women, they feel like they are not good enough, especially with the demands of motherhood. I know, because I feel that way a lot. We feel like we are failing so often, but we can decide to walk boldly and confidently. We get to turn our mom fails, those mom fail feelings, into mom wins. That's right. You are winners. Put win in the comments if you need a win. And I know I need a win. I had technology not working for me, and I was like, please, God, let something work. And we tried a couple other things, and then we finally got something going. So there we go. Okay. What comes up for you when you hear that you need to be bold or that you can be bold? Maybe you think, I wouldn't even feel like myself if I acted confident and bold. Maybe you feel timid and shy. Maybe you feel like, I just don't think I can change. Your feelings do not have to determine your attitude. And it's time for a confident, courageous, brave mom attitude. You can be a confident mom. This doesn't mean becoming loud and aggressive. You don't have to do that. You can keep your sweet, reserved personality, if that's you, and still have a bold disposition on the inside. Cole bit his thumb when he was eating his lunch. This is so sad, but he is okay. Hey, go shut the door. It's too loud and I'm on a live. Cole, go eat your lunch. Shut the door. Thank you. Starting late into lunch, and he just has to tell me when he's hurt. Do your kids come to you when they're hurt? Mine do. And sometimes I can address it right then and there, but sometimes I'm on a live, people. So this is real life here. Here's a truth bomb. A truth bomb for you. Put an emoji bomb in the comments if you can find that on your phone or on your device or whatever you're watching on, because truth bomb, you can feel afraid or even like a failure and still decide to walk boldly each day. That's right, truth bomb, explosion in my mind. You mean I can still be bold even though I'm scared? Yes, Mama, that's true. I'm on my live, so shut the door.
Sing to me.
Close the door, please.
Sing to me.
Good. We got singing going on. Can you close the door?
That's not good.
Oh boy. Guess it wasn't good. Put walk in the comments if you ever feel like you're stumbling and barely walking. I feel like it sometimes, and I'm even like getting really sweaty here because cold keeps coming in. Fear can be present in all kinds of situations. But it doesn't have to have power over you. You can do things afraid. Thank you for that truth bomb. Yeah, Bev, she put that bomb in the comments. I was hoping to see a bomb because that's just so fun, you know? Explosions too after the bomb. Okay. Your free will. The God-given ability to make choices is stronger than your feelings if you exercise it. That's right. We're coming all full circle back to muscles. These are a muscle that you can work out. Put work in the comments because it takes working out to get stronger. And we know this physically, but what about those internal things, those mental things? That's a muscle too. And we need to work it out. So put work in the comments. Yeah, many people have catered to their feelings for so long that their emotions control them. And I'm not saying that emotions are bad, but they do not need to control you. Now, I've been there, okay? I can say this sentence because it was me. I had 6 little kids running circles around me, and I was exhausted, like literally getting only short bursts of sleep in between nursing my newborn. I was living in a spinning tornado, repeating the same thing each day. You know, I was preparing food, I was cleaning mess after mess after mess. I started losing myself, and I felt like what I was doing didn't even matter, which was so far from the truth. But that lie, it had a hold of me. Now, I wanted my motherhood to look and feel different because it didn't feel good. Those feelings, loneliness, and I'm not good enough, they were so heavy on me. I wasn't hopeless. I didn't have hopelessness because I knew God and I was his daughter and I was taking care of my kids. You know, we were surviving, but it was more painful instead of joyful. Put joy in the comments if you want your motherhood journey to be joyful. I was not living that abundant life that he talks about in the Bible. It didn't feel like it anyway. There was a disconnect. Like I just turned on the autopilot. Like I was running on autopilot and I was not really there, even though I was right in the middle of this storm. Thanks, Bev. She put a tornado emoji in the comments. Yes, I was living in a tornado. These feelings, they were holding me tight. and they were dragging my confidence through the mud, creating more mess. But the good news, yeah, put good in the comments because there's some good news. The good news is that your will is like a muscle. It does become like weak when you don't exercise it, but the more you use it, the more you work it, the stronger it grows. And then you'll be like my boys at the beginning when they were showing their muscles and totally ripped. Just like my son's biceps. Yeah. As you begin to ask God to help you, like I did, and you exercise your willpower, we start working out against those negative feelings. Loneliness. I'm not good enough. I'm a failure. This isn't working. I can't do it. Choosing to be brave instead of fearful. Thank you for that. Been there, done that. Bev has been here too. She put joy in the comments. She put good in the comments because we're excited about this good news. Becoming the person that you truly want to be. Working that muscle to be that person. The mom that God designed you to be gets easier as you work it. Yeah, we're working it. Turning all the negative that you feel into a positive can really build your confidence. Yes, you start to realize that you don't have to be enough because He already is enough. And the more you believe in Him, yeah, put believe in the comments. If you believe Him, the more you believe Him and who He is, the more confident you can be, the more confidence you can have in your motherhood. Now, who wants to be a confident mom? I know I do. I do. Now, there are two types of people. Some people are naturally outgoing or outspoken, and they may even be considered bold already. Those type A extroverts, people call them strong personalities. These people have to overcome things too, like pride, bossiness, aggression, and that false confidence that they get in themselves. Like everyone, a type A person has strong points and tendencies that need some work. Type A personalities love to give direction and be in control, and the book of Proverbs often refers to the fool as the self-confident fool. Let's not be self-confident. Let's have that godly confidence that we talked about last week. So we cannot be called a fool. Now, you can feel like you're failing motherhood, but if you are living in godly confidence, then you will not be a fool. And then we have this other, the opposite type of person. The opposite of that type A person is the introvert or someone who is shy and reserved. And this kind of person needs to overcome that shyness and the temptation to withdraw from community or challenges or even God. And they need to beat their insecurities because they play a big role in that shy personality, the timid personality person. The insecurities seem too big and they kind of take over our life. I say our life because I'm kind of that personality. I fall into that category. So every personality type, every person has areas that need improvement. And that's just the way God made us. And we're unique and awesome too. And I have it in my notes to remind everyone here that there is a resource available today. Yeah, an overview of what we're talking about. And we're going to get to something else you don't want to miss: the 5 ways to be more bold in your motherhood. Put up in the comments, UP, up, if you want that resource, and then I'll know to send it to you later. A bold person can often be assertive to the point of being rude. Sometimes what people think is bold is actually that pride, which is something that God's word tells us that he hates. It says that in Proverbs. It seems that bold people, they simply assume that they're right about most things, and they don't mind telling other people just how right they are. But thank God, we can learn to have balance in our lives. Put balance in the comments if you think we can benefit from our strengths and overcome our weaknesses with his help, no matter what type of person you are. Because it's true. But we need to lean on him continually. You know, this is not just a one and done, this is an everyday kind of journey. Or we can slide back into old bad habits, and we don't want to do that. It's okay if we do that because we are better together, and we can lift each other up, and we can put ourselves on a new direction. I love in the Bible it talks about his mercies are fresh and new each morning. And so every day is an opportunity. Now, everyone confronts fear. Ooh, the world we live in is scary. And being bold doesn't mean that you never have fear. People will always be better off humbly telling the truth and saying, I am afraid. I feel fear in this area. I'm so afraid here. This is scary. But I'm going to move forward anyway. You get to use your fear to learn about yourself and who God is. Bev says, I have days of feeling worthless, and I have to take a breath and talk to my Heavenly Father. That is so right on. Like, you bring up something like, it's not about never feeling bad. It's about calling out to God when we do. And that comment, thank you, Beth, for sharing, is exactly it. It's exactly it. Okay, so being bold, it often means taking the time to seek his wisdom. Bev said that she took a breath. That's that pause that I talk about in our group all the time. That time to seek his wisdom. So many people have told me that I'm a patient person, and I do not feel that patient. When my son keeps coming in here on my live, I just want to be like, get out and shut the door. I have a lot of kids, okay? So I don't feel patient, but I have a lot of kids. And what do you need to be or do when you are with kids? You have to be patient with them. The same is true with wisdom. You have to be patient when it comes to growing your wisdom. And I know that the moms in here, we want to be wise. Genuinely bold, courageous people, they not only have the courage to take action, but they also demonstrate that patience and wisdom of God. A person who is genuinely bold is also humble. And some people think that boldness and humility are a one or an other kind of thing, but that's not true. It's impossible to be truly bold without also being humble. They go together. Authentic confidence. Godly confidence. It embodies both those qualities, the boldness and the humility. There are several examples in the Bible that show this too. I mean, Moses led God's people out of Egypt, but then he reached a point when his leadership had become too much for him, and he had to start, I mean, he was an old man, he had to start delegating things. And Mary, the mother of Jesus, she was given this highest, greatest honor on earth to bring God's son into the world. And when the angel Gabriel announced God's plan to her, she acknowledged that the Lord had been mindful of the humble state of his servant. She pointed back to her humility, which is kind of crazy, but awesome. Mary and the Apostle Paul traveled extensively, spreading the gospel, and he wrote books of the Bible that we still live by today. Yet he called himself the worst of sinners. That's crazy. These people and others throughout the Bible, they viewed themselves through the lens of humility. So I encourage you to do that too. They knew their flaws. And I know, we know our flaws. But they did not let their shortcomings cause them to back away from God's plan for their lives. They used them as fuel. And that's what we get to do too. I think often, we have trouble with this part. Our flaws, they look so huge to us. And our failures, they consume us so much. And we kind of end up living in them. And we don't charge forward. We don't go through them. Oh, I heard something at church the other day. Really good point that our pastor was trying to make about our breakdowns. So our failures are living here right in front of our face. And he said that sometimes our breakdowns can become breakthroughs. And I was like, ooh, I'm taking that. I'm going to say that to other people because it's so true. Instead of living and staying in your breakdown, that's so easy to do. You can step up and break through. Break through. Charge forward where God wants you, where he wants us. Bold people are humble enough to realize that they were nothing apart from God, but bold enough to say yes when he wanted to use them. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do today. Say yes. Put yes in the comments if you understand that even you can be bold. Bev put balance in the comments. That's awesome. Even when I have awesome things going on in my life, I take the time and thank God for being happy. That praise, we do have to celebrate those wins. Mom wins are awesome. And when the good things are happening and when we're feeling those happiness, positive things, it is amazing when we take the time and praise God. So thank you for sharing that one, Bev. Now, moving into some practical tips. 5 ways that you can be more bold for Christ in your motherhood. Practical things. You can, number 1, prioritize time with God. Set aside time each day to pray, to read your Bible, to seek guidance from him. And it doesn't have to be hours long. It doesn't have to take long because I know we're busy moms. We don't have all that time. If you only have a couple minutes when you're on the toilet, there you go. If you have a minute when you're taking dishes out of the dishwasher, when you have that couple minutes getting clothes out of the dryer, that is your time. And you can use it wisely and you can spend it with him. You can find moments when you're in the car, That's a really good time to be talking to God, even if your kids are in the back seat. Actually, even better if your kids are in the back seat. He can talk to you in seconds. This time that you intentionally spend with Him will help you stay connected in your faith and be more confident in your parenting decisions. That's why I created the Brave Mom Club. It's a small Bible study sent to you with weekly breakdowns and, little encouragements and prayers so you can easily spend time with Him. And if you're interested in the Brave Mom Club, put club in the comments and I will get you that information. It's not needed. You can do it on your own, but it's something that can help. So there you go. Number 2, set an example for your children. This one consumes me. I always have eyes on me, and I can't be perfect. I am messing up in front of my kids, making mistakes all the time, and they are seeing it. But sometimes those eyes watching me, it helps me make better choices in the moment. And it also gives me opportunities to share with my kids how to make things right and that they aren't perfect either. We can only strive to be like Christ. You can be bold for Christ by setting an example for your kids to follow. You get to model kindness, forgiveness, humility, and all those values that are really important to God, to you, to your family. And that's awesome. Number 3, share your faith. You can be bold for Christ by sharing your faith with your kids and others through your words and your actions. Okay, oftentimes I hear parents, they say that they tell their kids to do all these things, but then they don't do them themselves. You get to be that action person. You get to put action behind your words, and that will make a bigger impact on your kids. And it's exciting when you see your kids acting out in a way that pleases God. It's really awesome. This can include sharing your testimony. It could be inviting people to church or in your home. We started a JXP group. This is Jesus Experience group in our house. So we invited people in, and our kids were so excited about that. It's just amazing when our kids can be a part of what we're doing too. You could just simply be talking about your faith with your friends and your family. And it's even more amazing when your kids are around when you're doing it. I love that Bev put, that's me on the toilet, because I'm not the only one praying to God on the toilet. Anyways, we got to get away from toilet talk. It always turns around to toilet stuff. And toilet stuff can be great, and it's something that everyone does. We all poop and we go on the toilet. So there's a couple minutes that you can take with God. Number 4, serving others. You can be bold for Christ by serving others in your community. And this could look like volunteering, helping a neighbor. I know Nicole, she does lots of volunteer opportunities. She also runs or hosts, I'm not sure what you call it, the mother of the Girl Scout groups or Girl Scout troops. She does that, and they sell cookies in the neighborhood and all over the place. And it's amazing. It's so awesome. Okay, this could also be reaching out to those who are struggling. You can work through your church or a local charity. You can even do this with your kids in some places. And that's even more awesome. I know that I've seen pictures of Nicole taking her kids to an event or thing where they made blankets for people. That is so awesome. I love seeing the people in our community doing things that are on this list. So it's really awesome to share and celebrate. I'm celebrating with you for supporting your community, being God's hands and feet. Number 5, prayer. I mean, I kind of mentioned it in number 1, but we're circling back. Prayer, prayer, prayer. Pray for your kids. You can be bold for Christ by praying for your children. This could be praying for your children's salvation, protection, guidance, strength, wisdom, their future, anything and everything. Put it in God's hands. Pray for your kids. And if you want help praying for your kids, put pray in the comments. It can be super simple. Sometimes people think, well, I don't know how to pray. And some people say it's just talking to God. But then there's some people who are that in between who are like, it's just talking to him. I don't know how to talk to him. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. There isn't really a structure that you have to follow. But there are things that can help you, like bowing your head. That can show reverence to God. Putting your hands together. That can help you from distracting yourself. Because I don't know about you, I get distracted all the time. And not just with my hands. Kids can come into the room and I get distracted. And here I was having a conversation with God and now I have no idea what I'm saying to him. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect and it doesn't have to look like someone else's prayer life or prayer time. Sometimes I feel like my prayers aren't good enough because I'm around people who have these very eloquent words and it's all put together and it has like a theme and they put scripture in there and they're like amazing. And I'm like, I don't pray like that. I don't remember where things are in the Bible. I have to look it up. And that's why I have notes for these lives. I have to follow my notes because I have no idea. My brain does not feel all together. Pregnancy brain is a thing, and then after you have each kid, they do take a part of your brain, don't they? Let me know that. Put brain in the comments if you think that your kids kind of take a piece of your brain when you give birth and it's a little bit tricky and you have that brain fog. And you know, we can do things for our health that will improve that, but it's still a struggle, okay? I do this text prayer thing every week in the Brave Mom Club. And here I'm talking about the club again. If you want to know about the Brave Mom Club, put club in the comments. But I shoot out a prayer that you can say every week. It's just a simple prayer. And it gets sent right to your phone and it shows up and you can just say that prayer. You don't have to think of words because I wrote them out for you. If people are interested in something like that for praying over your kids, maybe I can create something that will be a simple weekly kids prayer. Like this is our mom's hearts crying out to God for our kids. Now, I'm not going to work on it unless you guys tell me to. I guess put pray in the comments if this is something that you would like, and then I'll put it together. So if you would be interested in a prayer text thingy, I don't know what to call it, put pray in the comments. And if we get enough people that want that, then I'll put my work, I'll put it into action, okay? I promise. But prioritizing our relationship with God by putting in that time, setting an example for your kids, sharing your faith, serving others, and praying for your children, you can be more bold for Christ in your motherhood. When I was sharing this boldness list, these things that you could do to be bold, these 5 things, when I was sharing them, which one sparked something for you? Which one triggered something for you? I challenge you to focus on that one thing this week. Pick one thing that you can do this week to work out that muscle, to strengthen your boldness muscle and take action. Do it. And I'm here to encourage you, and I'm going to remind you later. I'm going to be like, be bold, because I know you can be a confident mom. You are a brave mom in my eyes. You're already there. And if you are like me, the feelings, you get those feelings. Let's say, okay, I just asked you what was triggered in you. And if you're like me, I'm on a live sometimes and I'm listening, and something gets spoken to my heart, something, a message comes into my mind, and I have those feelings on the live, but then it shuts off and life takes over. The kids bombard me. My to-do list is there. I gotta move on to the next thing. I gotta pick up that kid and take them to that place. And then I forget. I forget about what God was talking to me. I forget about what God was telling me. If you're like that, then I challenge you to put call in the comments, and we can talk it through together. And then we won't let that feeling dwindle away, because it can so easily be forgotten. When I'm telling you that you can be confident by doing these things, these 5 things, like, what stirred up for you? And I understand the busyness of life, and how God could be talking to you right now and telling you something, and then the live ends and we go on with life and you don't revisit it because you forget about it. Now, I guess I'll pray that God will help us not forget. But if you put the word call in the comments, I will jump on a call with you. I will meet with you and talk about these feelings together. Maybe you need a little bit of accountability. I'm happy to get on that call with you to talk you through it, and we can walk through a framework, and then I'll send you notes and we'll get to revisit it later. And instead of getting a burst of inspiration and then, like a firework, I guess I'm getting a picture of that. It's like boom, fireworks, and then shh. And what happens to the firework? It goes out. We can narrow down that one thing together, and I can check in on you. So just put call in the comments if you want something like that, and I'll reach out to you. Okay, we had technology fumbling. It didn't work. I couldn't go live through Zoom into Facebook. I had to get into another browser that doesn't work very well on my computer to go live in Facebook today. It was super challenging for me, and I was so excited about today's message that it got me feeling a little down when people couldn't find it, and then normal people who are usually on aren't here. But that's okay. Okay, moving forward. I'm gonna move forward. Thank you for being here. I know Bev and Nicole found me and they were in the comments. Thank you so much for being in that conversation with me. I hope I didn't talk too fast. Oh yeah, and today's resource, put up in the comments if you want today's resource, and I will reach out to you in Messenger. I will see you here live next Friday, hopefully at 12:30 p.m. I know today was a little bit later. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you so much for being here. Go and be bold. Happy connecting, everyone. I hope you got a confidence boost today, understanding that it's not about your feelings or your personality. You, yes, you and me, we can be bold. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much. And now I have to find the button because it's different and new. We are going to end today's live. Thank you so much for being here.